Some of these are my earlier works. Some of these, like this, was just inspired by Pinterest. This is a sermon inspired. One of my favorite ones, Made to Create. This one using some from the Print and Pray shop at Illustrated Faith. This is using metallic watercolors. Some early stuff. Put a picture of my family in there because we have chosen to serve the Lord. In memory of our wedding. Sometimes I use what comes through on the back to make something else. And that's kind of neat because you don't plan something, but you really end up with a nice product. And that's a lesson there because God always does things unexpected for us. This is a song, and I actually included the lyrics inside of here. Just printed out the lyrics, made a little book. Selah, one of my favorite groups. Some of these are real simple, some are a little more detailed. I've done a video, flip through video on this. This was cut out concentric hearts. And this page always sticks. There we go. Printed the song, put it there. I like to put the journaling, sometimes hide the journaling. I think there's something there. Sometimes I just copy what I see in a coloring book. Use stamps. Watercoloring. Oh, I'm out of the camera. There we go. That's what I did on Mother's Day. This one is inspired by the Runaway Bunny. It's Psalms 140. And then right here I made a pocket. This was actually a special one about miscarriages that I'd had. So it was a special one. Here's another one where This was not the one I had started. This is the one I did first, and I worked with what came through on the back, and I actually like this page better. Using gelatos. Try to get it so my arm's not showing so much. It's using chalks and just sponging with inks. I like that effect. Embossing. Stamps and papers. Here I sewed some plastic and little shakers. I like it because things can kind of move in it. Both of these are from Devotionals, the Illustrated Faith monthly kits. I love the pink VW bus. I'm sorry. I grew up with a bus. VW bus. Using some stamps. I've had stamps forever, so I just use what I have. I draw some, stamp some. Here I used a doily and made a wedding dress. Drawing. This is one of my favorite spreads based on the Hungry Caterpillar. Made sure to leave the verse visible. And here's the little part of the word of the page. My earliest stuff, just wrote it out. Let's see here. This one I think is copied straight from the blog. I don't remember whose that is. I'll have to link that. Give them the credit, but I really like that one. This is using a tip-in and some of the pages. Just using some of the cutouts, the die cuts from Illustrated Faith. More Print and Pray from Illustrated Faith. Very quick and simple. These are some stamps that I cut out and stamped, and this is using the smush technique. I like that one. This one is also from one of the devotionals, the I Am Strong. Using some of the die cuts. This is just something I printed out and used washi tape. Simple. Simple, simple. I think I copied that from a coloring book. Or actually, I think I copied that from one of the from one of the Bibles. Like the Inspire Bible. Here you can see how I used what came through on the other side. Uh-oh. Do have to watch out for that. Things stick together. This is one of the Print and Pray. Here's another one inspired by a Selah song. And I wrote that down there. And this is, I was inspired by, I think, Natalie on the Illustrated Faith blog, and it is a shaker page. I put some seeds in and some mountains. Cute little girl, that's a stamp. Printout of a coloring page is what I did there. That's just the Bible verse that I hand lettered. There's some stamps. It's an early one, hand lettering. It's a stamp. Cutouts of letters and embossing. Papers. Some Illustrated Faith die cuts. Sponged. Did this on Easter morning. He is risen. Used again those metallic watercolors. I like the effect it gives. See how you can see through it. Hand lettering and some big acrylic stamps. Hand lettering. Trying to not reach in so much. Here's watercolor and stamps and hand lettering. That's a stamp. These are some cutouts and stamps, and made a little tip-in journal for myself. Spattering. Sermon on resolutions. Just the acrylics, using the paint card. These are stamps, hand lettering, and print and pray. You'll see what's coming through from the other side. A stamp and sponge and hand lettering. One of my favorite ones. Reminds me of my grandmother. The colors. Grace is sufficient. Here you can see what I started, and I did not like it, so I just ended up painting it all and doing something else with it. Fruit of the Spirit. There's a lot to that one. Use some print and pray. Sermon inspired. This one is Philippians. There's so much good stuff in these 2 pages here, so I just used a lot of tip-ins to get it all in there. I think I was going to use something there. Copied that from Pinterest, so that was somebody's. Hand lettering, some drawing, watercolor crayons. See something here. That's a stamp, and I think some of the die cut stickers. Just drew that, and a couple of stickers. Hand lettering, just found an image and drew it. This is some from the Doodles to Live By. That was a fun devotional. I think we're getting there. Again, the Doodles to Live By devotional. Have I abandoned my first love? I'm running off the mat here. And here we go, the last.